Hi there and welcome to Beauty Talk. My name is Linda, and if you didn't know me already, I love everything about skincare, makeup and beauty. And today I wanted to share with you this nice makeup look, which is sort of like a sophisticated smoky eye. It's not crazy smoky, but I think it's just really beautiful. And I've created this look using the palette from Jamie Genevieve from her brand Vieve, which is this beautiful eyeshadow palette that has these grays. And the palette is called the Ninetease palette because obviously it's inspired in the 90s, and the 90s and 2000s, and the colors and makeup that we use in this time is pretty much trendy right now. Not that I follow trends, but anyway, I created this makeup using some of the brand Vieve's products. If you didn't know, Vieve is created by Scottish makeup artist Jamie Genevieve, and I just love her. I love her channel. I love how she is. I love the brand that she's created, and I've been really enjoying some of the products from the brand, and I wanted to share that with you. So full disclosure, I am affiliated to the brand, and I'm only affiliated to the brand because I really like it, I really enjoy it, and I do not want to be promoting any kind of products that I don't genuinely like. So very important for me. And the products that I'm going to be using, they're going to be linked below. All of the products, regardless of if I'm affiliated or not to the brand, they're all going to be linked below. And if you are interested in purchasing any of the products, and if you do it through my link, I would really appreciate it. Although you do not have any obligation to use my link, but it would mean a lot to me because it is going to help a little bit my channel so that I can keep on purchasing products and testing them out and showing them here for you. So without anything else to say, let's get into the video. So this is the palette, and when you slide it, I usually keep this, I don't know, I like to keep my palettes nice and protected. And then it has this nice little leopard. It's pretty cool design. I love the black and gold. This is pretty much my aesthetic as well. Has a nice big mirror. I'm not gonna show you too much of the mirror. And then it has the colors here. Cool thing about the palette, you can completely turn it like that, and then you can, use the mirror just like that. It's really good. And then you have here all the colors. They're really beautiful. They are great colors, but with very neutral. They work really well for all skin colors, I believe. And I really like that they're not like very cool. They are not very warm either. So exactly as I said, they're very neutral. So they work really well for all skin tones. But also they just work really well for, if you want to make a easier, like smoky eye for the daytime, something that's lighter, but then you want to make something more intense for the evening, you can still do that. It's just a really beautiful palette overall, and I think it is a classic palette that is going to work not only today, but it's going to work in the next coming years. I think it's just going to be, perfect. And this is huge. I don't know if you can see, like, look how big this is next to my face. This is definitely made kind of with the thought that it's for professional makeup artists because it's really big. You get a lot of product in this palette. So just for you to know that, if you like smaller palettes, I do like small palettes, but I also appreciate this big one. So just for you to know. Maybe I'll insert a clip here. You can see a little bit of the swatches, but at the moment I think that's that. So let's start. I've already applied my foundation and everything else, as you can see. I also already primed my eyelids. I used the Revlon eyeshadow primer, and I set it with powder. If you want to see my base routine, I have several other makeup videos here in the channel that you can see. I might link one below if you want to see how I prepare my base, how I do my base and all that. But now I just really wanted to focus on the eyeshadow today. So I'm just gonna add a little bit more, just a little lip oil because my lips are kind of dry. And this is just lip oil from this brand called Weleda. skin food. It smells a little bit like herbs, but that's fine. So I'm gonna take a fluffy brush and I'm gonna start to kind of like prime again with the lightest color, which is called Skimp. Interesting names here. Now I'm just gonna put that all over the eyelid. I have a mirror down here, so if I'm looking down, but I'm also filming with my phone and my selfie camera, in case you're wondering, and it's kind of interesting when you do that. You have to see yourself. Can't help see yourself, see if you're doing things right. So I'm just gonna prime my eyes with this lighter color. Jamie also has these eye sticks, the brand Vieve, that are eyeshadow sticks that you can also use as a base for your eyeshadow, but also just use them as an eyeshadow itself. I haven't tried those, but you know, I'm talking about this brand Vieve, and if you have seen any of the other products from this brand and you would like me to test out, let me know. Let me know in the comments. I'll be honest with you, I'm not really sure what I'm gonna do now, but let's keep going. So I'm going to use this sort of blending brush, and I'm going to take this color, which seems to be one of my favorite colors, which is called Phase. It's a gray that kind of like a brownish grayish color, kind of like a mushroom color, which is really good for just really creating a shadow. And I really like to do that with my eyes. My eyes are sort of hooded, and sort of, no, they're pretty hooded, and I really like to make my eyes look like they're a little bit deeper, and I really like to just give them a little bit more definition, and these colors are really great for that, for kind of like just sculpting, for defining the eye. So I'm taking it and I'm gonna take it all the way. I'm actually gonna use the mirror here. Yeah, that's better. And I'm just starting off by placing it in the the outer corner. And I just nestle it there for a little bit, and then I'm going to sweep it across my eye socket. And that is just going to help me get a lot more definition in my eye. Just back and forth, and then I just pull it out, because that's my style. I always like to have very elongated eyes. You see the difference already, just a lot more definition on this side than this, and that, you know, you can just use makeup just like that and you're good to go. But we're gonna keep on going, and these eyeshadows, they also blend very, very well. There's hardly any fallout, except for there's like the darker color that comes on the palette. It can have some fallout, but other than that, it still like works really well. Now I'm going to take this smudging brush, and I'm going to take a darker color. I'm going to take this color, which is called Low Rise, just to add more definition and to make it a little bit more smoky as well. So I don't know if that makes sense, make it more smoky. I'm still not smoking it out, but anyway. So I'm just adding it. I hope you can see just like the outer corner, and I'm just sort of creating a V. I find that this brush works really well to kind of like place the eyeshadow, you know, in a smaller section of the eye. Just going in again, and just building that color, and just, you know, without stretching the eye, I just place the product there. Just going on like that. I'm gonna use the same brush since I'm here, and I'm going to go back into that lighter tone face, and then I'm going to put it below my eyelash line, just to unify the look, and because, yeah, I do want it to be a little bit smoky. Right? Then I can go again into the Low Rise and bring it down here again, just to build those colors. So I don't really like to put too much eyeshadow underneath my eye, so I really like to smoke it out and place some eyeshadow just to kind of, you know, make the look be more uniform, but I don't like to drag it down too much because I feel like that brings my eyes down or makes them look a little bit rounder, and I don't like that look on me. But, you know, each to their own, and some people, some things work really well, for some it doesn't. So I'm going to go and do the other eye. I'm going to take low rise again, and I'm going to do the same thing that I did to the other eye. Just build that outer V. And I also bring a little bit of the eyeshadow on top of the eyelashes. Don't know if I mentioned that on the other eye. They blend so nicely, these eyeshadows. It's kind of like it's hard to tell which color is which once they're on the eye after you blend them, but it just creates like just such a seamless transition between the colors when you blend them. It's very pretty. The blending eyeshadow that I used earlier with the lighter color, I'm just going to go over the top part just to make sure everything's nicely blended. There's no harsh lines. And the same on this side. So this is a very easy and simple, kind of like, I wouldn't say daytime smoky eye. It doesn't really matter if it's for the day or for the night, but it's kind of like a soft smoky eye maybe. Everything's nice and blended. Now you have 3 shimmers in this palette. This one's called Dial Up, Acid Wash, and VHS. Interesting. So especially for the daytime, I really like using either of these 2, and this one I tend to use more like for the evening because it's a little bit more darker. Now the other thing is that you can apply these eyeshadows. Let me get flat brush. You can apply these eyeshadows with a flat brush. And I'm gonna go into VHS, although it's not nighttime, but I really like this color, and I don't go out so much in the evening, so I don't get to use this color so much. And I'm gonna use it now because I don't care. You can take it with a flat brush and you can pack it on your eyelid. If you want it to be more intense, you can add setting spray to the brush and pick it up like that, or actually pick it up first and then add the setting spray to make it more intense. As you can see, I'm just putting it sort of like in the mobile lid, and I'm just packing it gently, and that's how it looks. Oh, I love this color. I don't know, there's something about these colors that also remind me of the old days, like old school Hollywood makeup. I'm not sure if they use so much of these colors, but I don't know, it just reminds me of back in the day. I'm going to do the same with the other eye. You can see the difference, and hopefully I can be close enough that you can appreciate the colors. It doesn't have, the shimmer is not like a very strong shimmer, which is nice because maybe, you know, not everybody wants a very glittery eyeshadow, and it's not like extremely glittery. It's like very fine shimmer, very fine, so it doesn't have like, oh, crazy sparkle, no, but it does have a beautiful just shimmer, but not something that's like big and thick, if I explain myself. I'm sorry if I'm a little bit awkward, sometimes struggle to explain things, although I've been speaking English for, you know, most part of my life, and I live in the UK. Especially when I'm filming, I still feel a little awkward and I say things a bit weirdly. That just looks fabulous. So I'm going to take a little bit of that color just with the tip of this brush, and I'm also going to place it underneath very carefully because I don't want to have too much fallout, just in that eyelash line to tie everything all together. So that's how it's looking so far. If you want it to be a little bit more intense, you can also just apply it with your fingers, and that's the way I've been doing most often, and it just intensifies the whole thing. Oh, this color, I just really like these colors. I had been for like the past 2 years, I just wanted to have some gray eyeshadows. There's something about it that I've been wanting for a really long time. So when Jamie released this eyeshadow palette, I was just like, I couldn't wait to get it. Now I'm just going to take the fluffy brush, the blending brush, and I'm just going to blend especially the upper edges just to make sure that everything is blended quite nicely. You can just use your fingers to kind of correct a little bit the edges. Just gently pull it up, and you see that pulls it up. And this eyeshadow is actually perfect for this kind of trend that's going on now, that is like a smoky eye but very messy. I don't know if I'm going to do that, but at least not right now. But I might do a little bit like of liner on my waterline, both. So I'm going to do that right now. Now I'm going to use this long-lasting eye pencil from Essence. If you live in the UK, I don't know if you can find this brand here, but if you live in the US, you can find it over there. And in other countries here in Europe, I know that it exists. This is a very affordable brand, and the colors are incredible, and it lasts a really long time. I really like this, and this color is called Lucky Lead. It's number 20, Lucky Lead. And it's not entirely black, but it's just like a kind of, the color, it's lead. It looks like lead, so it looks a lot like the rest of the eyeshadow. So I'm gonna use it in my waterline, both my upper waterline and my lower waterline. Just gonna switch to this little mirror here, and in the lower line as well. This just lasts the whole day, this pencil. I think it's such good value for what you pay. Oh, my eyes are getting a little bit watery. I love that really just soft smoky look, because it's not black, it's a little less intense, but still just pretty enough to kind of like bring the eyes out. Okay, so let's move on to eyeliner. I'm going to do a little bit of a wing liner, because it wouldn't be me if I didn't. Ooh. And I'm going to use Jamie Genevieve's Power Ink Liner. And it's really pretty. It's like this in gold. And it works really well. It doesn't budge. And I don't think it's waterproof, or at least it doesn't say it's waterproof. But it is like, it doesn't move. It really doesn't move, and it stays on all day. And it's got a really cool tip that it's really easy to work with. I really appreciate that. Thing is, with this, you need to shake it well so that the product can get going, because it has such long lasting power. It can actually dry up really fast, so that's why you need to kind of shake it a lot. So I'm gonna do a tiny wing. I'm going to just like on the outer, what is this called, the outer third. I'm just gently going to tap, right? And then looking straight, I'm gonna try and make a little wing. And as you see, I have a fold there. So I'm just gonna go over it. And there you go. I'm just gonna try and fill that little space there. Hopefully the other side will be the same. Now I'm going to curl my eyelashes. This is just a Laura Mercier eyelash curler, and just for me it's extremely important to curl my eyelashes. It makes a huge difference, and you can see already. So now I'm going to use my mascara, and at the moment I'm using this one from Chanel. It's called Le Volume de Chanel. I think it's pretty good. I wouldn't say it's my absolute favorite, but it's very good, especially if you have very small lashes. I think this really helps to kind of create that effect that it looks like you have more lashes. And it's also a little bit more of a clumpy mascara, if you like that style. I know a lot of people do. I like it. I think it works really well for me. But I also have other favorites. So it's hard to make a nice face when I'm applying mascara. Kind of don't like to show myself on camera when I'm doing this, but this is the reality of life. We make ugly faces and expressions when we're applying mascara. And that's how the eyes are looking. Really pretty. I don't apply mascara. I don't usually apply mascara on my lower lashes because I just don't like how that makes my eyes look. But you know, you go ahead if that's something you like. Now let's do my lips. And for the lips, I also have some Vieve products, and I'm going to use this lip liner from Vieve it's called Lip Definer, Modern Lip Definer, in the color Brat. And these lip liners have become very popular because they're really good. So I definitely recommend them. And I love lining my lips. I always do, because it just helps to define the lips a little better. You know, add some volume if you have like very thin lips or small lips like I do. Helps to reshape them, and also helps for the lipstick to kind of last longer as well. I'm just blotting my lips a little bit to get off the oil. I like to start from the lower lip, the center, and then I bring it out. And then on the top part, I like to overline just a little bit in the Cupid's bow, sort of like drawing a little heart, right? A little heart. And then I follow my natural lip line. And these lip liners are very, very creamy. You know, you can almost just use them as a lipstick as well, if you want to fill in. And you can just use them as is. A little bit of gloss or a lip balm, and you're good to go. I often take a lot of time just to lip line. You put the lip liner. So for lipstick, I don't have any of Jamie's lipsticks. I definitely need to get some, and hopefully I can share that with you. But I'm gonna use this lipstick from Revlon. It's a lipstick that I've used for many years. It's not very trendy anymore, I think, but it's this color that's called Cappuccino 353, and it's a sort of like a, what is it called, frosted look, because we're into the 2000s, 90s, 2000. I think it's appropriate for this makeup look. I know a lot of people don't like this color, but I do. I think it just goes so well with this look. But to complete the lip look, to make it, to add a little bit more volume and shine, I'm going to add the Vieve Lip Dew, which is supposed to be a lip oil. I feel like it's quite thick, so it's kind of like a cross between a lip oil and a gloss. So I'm just gonna add a little bit of that. It feels really, really good. It's supposed to be very nourishing for the lips as well. And that extra shine just makes the lips look a little bit more juicy. My hair is very unruly this morning, but hopefully it doesn't mess up the look and everything looks well. So that is the final look. I hope you've enjoyed this video. So I just want to remind you that all the products that I've used and mentioned at this moment in this video are going to be listed down below, and next to the products that I'm affiliated to Vieve, the brand. And if you're thinking of purchasing the palette or any of the products that I mentioned, obviously you don't have any obligation to use my links, but if you're thinking of purchasing them, you might as well use my link if you can. That would be very helpful for me. It's going to help my channel so that I can continue to invest in products and show them here for you. It would mean a lot to me if you did use my link. So I hope you've enjoyed this makeup that I did for you, and I hope you just enjoyed the video in general and just keeping me company. And if you did, thank you so much. I hope I see you in the next video. Ciao.